Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. The sun might not be shining, but at least it's not snowing. I want to talk to you about the importance of bookending your days and having routines at the start and the end of your day. This is one of the most valuable tools that I teach my clients and I practice myself. But it's underrated, it's underappreciated. Sometimes I get the feeling that people think having specific routines at the beginning and end of your day is a joke, or it's not important, or it's not going to make a difference. It makes a huge difference. So this is bookending your days. If you think of having a big pile of books and you put a bookend on one end and a bookend on the other, it keeps those books solid, it keeps them in proper structure, and it keeps everything where it's supposed to be. If you have all of these books lined up and you don't have bookends on each end, chances are all these books are going to fall over and it's going to be a big mess with no structure. The key word there is structure. Having structure in your day is very, very important, and that's what having routines or bookending each end of your day does. It's so important and it makes a huge difference. My clients that do these routines and bookend their day, they will tell you it makes a huge difference, and it really plays a difference to how you feel, not just physically but mentally. Somehow when you have this structure at the beginning and the end of your day, it helps you manage the day better, but it somehow gives you more time. Like everything just flows better and you somehow have extra time, which is a rare commodity nowadays with everything. But having these routines at the start and the end of your day really does create that structure, and it can make your day flow a lot better. So how you start the day, if you start the day really solid with a good morning routine, then that's going to influence the rest of your day on many different levels. How you function, how you move through the day, how you're able to make choices and decisions, and just overall feeling of being capable. Then how we end our day, that really, I would say how we end our day is bigger than how we start our day. Most of us just start our day naturally. It just comes to us, and women especially, because we are creatures of habits. And if you've had kids especially, you've already got routines in the morning. You know what you're doing or nobody would get out the door. So routines are very important. But then at the end of the day, this is where people generally don't have routines. People lack structure in the evening, and that literally can be detrimental, because obviously how your evening looks is going to influence how you sleep. If you're not sleeping well, chances are everything the next day is going to go to shit. If you're exhausted, you're going to be less able to make good food choices and less motivated to exercise. If you're not sleeping well, you're going to have increased inflammation, you're going to have increased insulin resistance, so you're going to have this unsatiating hunger all the following day, but you won't understand why you feel hungry. Well, that's not a true hunger, that's from not sleeping properly. You're also going to have increased cravings for sugary and junk foods because you didn't sleep well, and you're like, I need all this energy just to get through my day, I don't care what it is, and your brain will be like, give me sugar, I need to survive and function. And then not only that, when we don't sleep, our immunity gets compromised and our mental health, as you would suspect based on what I just said, becomes compromised as well. But in the evenings, it's very easy to convince yourself or come up with the excuse that you don't have time to do an evening routine. Some people don't, I get it, but most of us can spare at least 5 minutes. Like ideally we want an evening routine that's around 20 to 30 minutes, but if all you can do is 5 minutes, then start there and start to increase up minute by minute as you get the hang of things. An evening routine is so important because it helps detach you from the day as well. It helps cut off your brain from anything that just happened, any work stresses, any life stresses, that evening routine that's the end point for all that. It stops right there. And now you step into your evening routine and you're setting yourself up and you're finishing off your day. You're bookending that day. You're closing out the day in the correct way that you're hopefully optimizing your sleep and setting yourself up for a productive day tomorrow. So bookending your day is really valuable tool. Again, back to that analogy, because I can see we've some new people that just hopped on. If you have a pile of books lined up, you can't see my hands, but lined up, and you don't put bookends on each of those books, all those books are going to fall over and it's going to be a mess and there's going to be no structure. So think of that with your day. If you don't bookend your day and you don't have structure and routine, it's just going to fall apart and everything's just going to be hanging on by a string. Now, your routines don't have to be anything crazy. It could just be 5 minutes to yourself, singing your favorite song, or writing in a gratitude journal, or meditating if that's your thing. It doesn't have to be extreme. I like my routine to be functional. I like my clients' routines to be functional. I try to keep them simple because anything too complicated is probably not going to get done. But once you have this time to yourself, it is your time. You can take that time to yourself to really set yourself up to be stronger through the day and the night. It really does makes a huge difference. And like I said, many of my clients who do bookend their days and they have routines and structure, they really feel the difference compared to when they don't have a routine at the start and the end of their day. Like, they do feel difference. When I get people to do, say, inversion before bed, eventually they agree with me, oh my God, that really did help my sleep. Or when I get people to have a big glass of water when they wake up, they're like, oh my God, you know what? My head actually does feel clearer. I actually feel better once I've kind of flushed everything out after sleeping. So the importance of this is underappreciated. Bookend your days. It's one of the best tips I can give you. It's so important to have this structure, and even if you can only allocate 5 minutes, make that 5 minutes happen. It will make a difference. We're always thinking about exercise and nutrition. There's a lot of other things that are going to play a part in whether or not you're successful in your health or your fat loss journey or even your fitness journey. Like, sleep is number one. Stress is going to play a big part. Supplements will play a part because unfortunately we don't get all the nutrition we need out of food nowadays. Your relationships, how often do you laugh and sing and dance? Do you get sunshine? Like, there's so much more than just nutrition and exercise to being healthy. But I guarantee you, if you start bookending your days, it's really going to make a difference and you're going to feel that almost immediately. I hope you guys found this helpful. Have a great Monday and I'll chat to you all soon. As always, if you have any questions, just pop them below in the comments and I'll get them ASAP. Bye.